Imagine a city, not just any city. This is a place of impossible technology and profound wisdom. Its buildings are forged from precious metals. Its people are not merely human, but something more, demigods who walked the earth. This is the vision of Atlantis, a name that whispers to us from the deepest parts of our history. It is a story of a magnificent civilization that vanished in a single day and night. Violent earthquakes and floods, a ghost continent swallowed by the sea, leaving behind nothing but a legend that has captivated dreamers, explorers, and scholars for more than 2 millennia. I am Alex. For my entire life, I have been drawn to the blank spaces on the map. I have trekked through forgotten jungles and dived into deep-sea trenches, always searching for the stories that time has tried to erase.
And I am Dr. Isla Reed. My world is peer-reviewed data, carbon dating, historical context, pottery shards, inscriptions, verifiable texts. I see myths as reflections of their societies, not literal records.
You look to what is known and catalogued. I look to the unknown and the possible.
Extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence and an open mind.
The first question isn't where is it, but where did the story come from?
We must start with the source, begin with the primary source.
Everything we think we know about Atlantis comes from one source, not from a collection of ancient texts, but from the dialogues of the Greek philosopher Plato, Timaeus, Critias. In these texts, the statesman Critias tells a story he claims was passed down through his family for generations. Solon heard it from Egyptian priests, who kept records far older than their own. The Egyptian priests told Solon that 9,000 years before their time, there was a mighty power beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Plato gives us incredible detail, a city built in concentric rings, rings of land and rings of water, connected by massive canals and bridges, temples sheathed in silver and gold, advanced engineering, and a powerful military.
Plato was a philosopher, not a historian. He used fictional stories and allegories to make philosophical points. In the dialogue, Atlantis is the antagonist to an idealized Athens. Let's look closer at the purpose of the story within Plato's work. The tale of Atlantis isn't just about a sunken city, it's about a war between Atlantis and a prehistoric idealized Athens. Plato describes this ancient Athens as the perfect state, embodying the virtues he outlined in the Republic. Atlantis starts out noble, then degenerates into corruption, greedy, arrogant. This hubris angers the gods. Their destruction is a moral punishment.
History is full of empires that grew arrogant and collapsed. He may have used real disasters like Helike to make his ending terrifying.
The moral can be a fable, but the city itself could have been real. Plato may have wrapped truth in allegory.
If Atlantis was real, there should be evidence. And for centuries, people have claimed to have found it. One of the most compelling candidates is Santorini, formerly known as Thera. Around 1600 BC, a colossal eruption blew the island apart. Archaeologists unearthed Akrotiri, a well-preserved Minoan city buried in ash like Pompeii. The parallels are hard to ignore.
The timeline is off by thousands of years from Plato, but many scholars think 9,000 might be a translation error for 900. That places the event in the Minoan era.
In the 1960s and 70s, strange formations were found off Bimini in the Bahamas, known as the Bimini Road, a submerged line of large rectangular limestone blocks.
Core samples show the blocks formed in place, beach rock that fractures into rectangular patterns. Visually striking but natural, a reminder of pareidolia, seeing civilization in clouds or rocks.
The search has produced wonders and false leads, but science demands evidence. Once the story escaped Plato's dialogues, it took on a life of its own. People started looking for it everywhere. Some pointed to the Azores, some to the Canaries. During the Age of Discovery, some writers proposed the New World was Atlantis. Ignatius Donnelly published Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, and argued it was the origin point for other cultures.
He proposed a single mother culture, hyperdiffusionism, now debunked by modern archaeology.
The Peary race map is often cited as evidence. Some claim it shows Antarctica without ice.
Historians explain anomalies, but for believers the map remains tantalizing.
The search produced wild proposals, some romantic, often poor science and poor history. As we move from the historical to the truly bizarre, we enter the world of Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet. Cayce, while in trance, gave readings about Atlantis in stunning detail. He described Atlanteans as technologically advanced, harnessing giant crystals, firestones. These were said to power airships and submarines. Casey predicted a hall of records near the Sphinx in Egypt.
Searches found nothing despite surveys and drilling. His narratives have no basis in Plato or historical evidence.
Casey created a 20th century mythology. The crystal theory is modern esoterica layered on an ancient myth.
The legend can absorb any mystery: pyramids, Bermuda Triangle, extraterrestrial ideas. Fascinating sociologically, but paranormal, not historical.
It becomes a universal file for the unexplained, an answer without hard scientific work. So why do we keep looking? After all the dead ends and debunked theories, I believe it's because the story speaks to a fundamental part of the human spirit. It is the ultimate story of loss and the ultimate quest for recovery.
We live in a world that can often feel mundane. Atlantis represents a world of magic and wonder. A time when humanity was greater, closer to the divine.
The search has pushed deep-sea diving technology, sonar mapping, and marine archaeology forward.
People looking for Atlantis have made other real discoveries along the way.
The search for a myth has led to a greater understanding of submerged sites.
In this sense, the journey has been more important than the destination.
So we are left standing at a crossroads of history and legend.
On one path, the tangible world, the evidence for Atlantis remains elusive.
Yet the Minoan civilization of Santorini is a real-world candidate.
On the other path, Plato used storytelling to probe human nature. Atlantis becomes a powerful symbol.
Perhaps the truth sits in the middle.
A real Bronze Age catastrophe passed down until Plato wrapped truth in allegory.
Is it a place waiting to be discovered? A testament to lost history?
Or a story that reveals more about us? Our hopes, our fears, our endless search for meaning.
The evidence is before you. Decide for yourself.
The debate continues, the ocean keeps its secrets, and the legend remains as captivating as ever.